Hi guys, Ancient Warrior, and welcome back to Prepping in Free America. If you like what you hear here, hit the subscribe button. And if you want to be the first kid on your block to know what craziness I'm talking about next, then hit the bell icon with all. Next few videos I'm going to do are going to be probably politically based. And I do apologize because I promised you some food videos. I've got stuff coming in today that I'll do an unboxing video for. And then we'll go from there. But past that, we're going to get back to real prepping. Because that's what I prefer. Real prepping. Are we moving backwards, folks, as a society? Saturday afternoon, I went to a friend of mine's house. Her grandson was home. He's a Marine, stationed out at Camp Pendleton in California. And he told me he's being transferred to the Parris Islands base now. And I was sitting there talking to his 7-year-old. And his 7-year-old looked at me and said, "My daddy's in a lot of trouble." And I looked at him and said, "Oh, is he?" And he said, "Yeah. He got into an argument with the school, and he's in trouble." How many times did I get in trouble with schools for arguing with them? So after talking to the little boy for 30 minutes or so, we talked about everything. He's looking forward to moving to the Parris Islands area, because he says there's going to actually be trees and water and other cool things. And so I was sitting there talking to his dad, and asked him, I said, "I understand you're in a little hot water." And he kind of looked at me and gave me that look, and he said, "We'll talk about it later." And I left it alone like he requested. After supper, we were all standing out on the back porch, and I was sipping on a cup of coffee, and he looked at me and he said, "What makes you think I'm in trouble?" And I said, "Well, your son said you got in trouble with the school." He said, "Yes, sir, I did." And I asked him, I said, "Is this transfer retaliation for that problem with the school?" And he said, "No, sir." And I said, "Okay." And I said, "What trouble did you get into?" And he said, "I don't appreciate my children being taught because their skin is white that they're bad. They're evil people." And I looked at him and I said, "What?" He said to me, "They've got a new teaching in California called critical race theory, that all white people are racist." And I said, looked at him and I said, what is the basis behind that theory?" He says, "There is none." He says, "I've looked into it, and I've looked into it. It came from a college professor, a black college professor, who says that white people are racist no matter who they are." I wonder if she knows how many white people died helping blacks get the right to vote, especially in the 50s and 60s. How many white people took beatings helping get black folks registered to vote? Actually getting a lot of people registered. Asians, Hispanics, blacks. There was a big movement. I knew a couple of members of that movement and had great respect for both of them. Guys, we're moving backwards. We're not moving forward. And what scares me is the teachings. That's what our children are being taught is the same crap that was being spread in 1933 in Germany. That if you didn't look like me, you don't think my way, then you're bad. That's why they went after the Jews. They went after the gypsies, the homosexuals, because they didn't think the way that the Nazis thought. And hell, even a few of the gays, even a few of the homosexuals and gypsies were members of what was called the Brown Shirts, the original SS, original Gestapo. They created a lot of havoc. Antifa was a member of that. And you know what? When it became time, Hitler turned on all of them. The same thing is going to happen here, folks. You can indoctrinate kids to a certain point. But then you better back up and start looking at what you're indoctrinating them to. Because eventually you will be the target. Useful idiots is all these teachers, these administrators are becoming. And some of them actually, I was listening to one guy one day, he actually thinks he's going to become a great leader in the new America. I have news for folks. He won't make the first day of the new America because whoever's leading it will have him whacked. So with that being said, folks, please get involved with what your children, your grandchildren, your nieces, your nephews are being taught. Go to school board meetings. Start asking questions. Make sure that you don't have lefty teachers who are out there teaching, God, how do I put this? The pansexual lifestyle, whether it's homosexuality or bisexuality or whatever sexuality. Eventually, we warned people back in the 70s that giving homosexuals a preferred status was going to create problems. And here we are. The problems are being created. Now, am I opposed to homosexuality? Nah. I'll let whoever participates in that, let you face the judgment. Me, I just don't, I really don't follow that lifestyle. So folks, please find out what these schools are teaching. Go to the local library and make sure that the reading classes that your kids are going to are not being used as indoctrination centers for sexual right groups. So with that being said, don't be shocked if this video disappears. That being said, I'm the Ancient Warrior. And remember, it's better to have this equipment and not need it than need it and not have it. I'm out.